Like, yeah, 1, 2, 3, you can put your hands together, man, and clap for me. It's like, yeah, I said 4, 5, 6, just listen to the kid, man, that's that shit. Like, yeah, 1, 2, 3, you can put your hands together, man, and clap for me. It's like, yeah, I said 4, 5, 6, just listen to the kid, man, that's that shit.
What's going on, YouTube? Give Nasty here with another quick how-to video. I have hit 100 miles on my Grom, so it is time for oil change number 2. So quickly we're going to go over what I use when I change the oil in my Grom and why you should do that too. And secondly, a quick overview on how to do it. This is not the oil change for cleaning the oil spinner filter. This is just simply the drop and replace, like nothing to it. Very easy. Apparently there's a huge weather emergency. Uh-oh. There's a child that got kidnapped. Where were we? Let's step back over here. Excuse the mess. I'm doing a little bit of work on my truck today. I'm in my small garage at home, so I don't have very much space. So the Grom's kind of crammed over in the corner. But let's start with what I use to change the oil on my Grom. Okay, first off is the oil. This might get a little controversial for some, but it's the way to go. This is the Shell Rotella T6. It's full synthetic. This is a diesel oil. However, it does not have any of the contents, I guess, the chemicals that are bad for the wet clutch. So it's wet clutch safe. So it's fine for motorcycles, no problemo, works just fine. So with this oil, I've been using it for a long time, and I use it in everything I own. So my Cummins truck, both Subarus, my sport bike when I had it, all my dirt bikes, my Grom, my Husky, everything gets the Rotella. And I've sent it out to Blackstone Labs in Indiana for everything, just to say, hey, how's it working? What are my levels at? You know, iron, all the different levels I need to be concerned about, and how's it holding up? Gotten great reviews on everything. They told me it's awesome stuff. It's working good. It's got great protection. So I just keep using it. It's very reasonably priced. I think it's like 23 bucks for a gallon jug of it at AutoZone or whatever. Sometimes you can pick it up a little cheaper at Walmart, or I just do the AutoZone rewards thing. So I get like it seems like every 5 or so I purchase, I end up getting one for free, it seems like. So it works out pretty good. I go through a lot of it over on my shelf there. You can see I got 3 jugs here, here's 4, and this is just at my house. And then out at my shop, I've got a bunch more out there. So run the Rotella, use it, it's awesome, just do it. You won't be disappointed. Point number 2 is the oil change interval. I see a lot of people online that are, like when they're selling their Groms, they say, first service completed at the dealer at 750 miles or at 300 miles or whatever they're doing. Wrong, do not do that. I changed the oil on my Grom for the first time when my Grom had wow, a spider just went kamikaze in there and killed himself. Wow, I hope the camera picked it up. That was cool. ADD strikes again. So I changed the oil the first time on my Grom at 25 miles, and this oil was full of shavings. I couldn't really get the camera to pick it up very well, but I mean big shavings. Like, I was very surprised how many shavings were in that oil. So I went ahead and dropped it, and then here I am at 100 again, gonna drop it. Probably gonna do the next one at 250, and then the next one at 500, and then keep it at 500 from there on. But I also beat the piss out of my Grom. I mean, it's always wide open throttle, wheelies, rev limiter stuff, but that's the proper way to break in a motor. The hard break-in with frequent oil changes during the break-in. All right, soapbox off. Now let's talk about how to change the oil on your Grom. You're gonna need an oil drain pan just like this. You're gonna need a 17mm socket to break the drain bolt loose on the bottom. I now have my MNN THBX exhaust, so I have to use a small adapter. I just have to change up the configuration a little bit to get around the header and get that drain bolt off. Your Grom takes 1 quart of oil. This little measuring cup I have right here is in milliliters. You can see that's 500. 1 quart is equal to 946 milliliters. So I basically just measure out 2 of these, good to go. This makes it a lot easier to A, measure, and B, pour into my funnel. Super easy, works great, it's cake. Let's step over to the bike and we'll go over the process real quick. As you can see, I'm in the middle of the process. So I already drained out the old oil. I replaced my drain plug. The drain plug you're gonna be concerned with for the Grom is this guy right here. It's easy to identify because it's behind this little shield right here. So they try to give you a little extra protection in case you're banging off the stuff or whatever. I'm not sure. But, so it's got this little tab right here, 17 mil, break it free. Make sure you retain the little crush washer that's behind it. Some people say you should replace it every time. Well, I change my oil so often on this thing, it doesn't matter. You're fine. So just keep the same crush washer, put it back on, donezo. This is your drain fill cap right here. Pull that guy off of there. Use a funnel. I find the short nose funnels work better because they can kind of wedge in there. It's not a super long track. So I usually just stick it in there like that and wedge it against the fairing right here. It stays put nice and tight. Easy money. So then I'll just throw in my 2 500 mil loads of the Rotella. Excuse me. Replace my drain cap. Double check my measurement. Should be good. It always is. Right off. That's it. Takes like about 10 minutes or so once you learn the process and kind of get your system down for doing it real quick. That's why I usually just change the oil. I will change it every 500 miles because Rotella is cheap, and man, I did some tree bashing yesterday and I am still pulling sticks from everywhere on this thing, and I need to go clean it. It's gross. But that'll be for another video. But any questions, let me know. But trust me, stick with the Rotella. You can't go wrong. It's designed for heavy duty turbo diesel engines. I mean, this thing, my Cummins just rips. It's crazy how much heat they generate and stuff. And that Rotella just stands up like a champ. So your little Grom is not going to do anything to the Rotella that you would ever have to worry about. Easy money. So, yep, if you guys have any questions about changing the oil on your Grom, hit me up. Otherwise, it's super easy. Whenever I do the filter cleaning, the oil spinner cleaning, I'll do a video on that. It's a little more in depth than this. But I probably won't do that until probably when I hit 1,000 miles, I'll go ahead and do that. And I'll probably end up just replacing that anyway and doing the conversion kit where it runs the cartridge filters like in the CRF motors. But that's for another day. You guys take it easy. Keep changing the oil on your Grom and run that Rotella, and we'll see you guys out there. Later.
They can't stand it, but Mr. Gibbons love it. You ain't on my bandwagon yet, better start jumping, cause this shit is spreading worse than a bad rash. I'm like a wild animal that's out his habitat.